Princess of Wales urges people to show compassion for addicts. Kate warned experience of addiction is shaped by fear, shame and judgment. She urged people to bring the issue out of the shadows. For Addiction Awareness Week, society should show compassion and love to those dependent on drugs, alcohol or gambling, the Princess of Wales said today. Kate warned our experience of addiction was shaped by fear, shame and judgment. And she urged people to have open conversations and bring the issue out of the shadows, in a message to mark Addiction Awareness Week. The princess is patron of the Forward Trust, a charity supporting recovering addicts behind the week-long campaign. To raise awareness this week, they commissioned an Ipsos survey revealing a majority of adults questioned have experienced or know someone who has lived with forms of dependency. Urging people to show understanding, Kate said, "Addiction is not a choice, or a personal failing, but a complex mental health condition that should be met with empathy and support." But still, even now in 2025, people's experience of addiction is shaped by fear, shame and judgment. This needs to change, she added. The stigma surrounding those who face addiction allows it to thrive behind closed doors, impacting families and communities, and ultimately ruining lives. Many of us will know someone who is struggling with an addiction. Now is the moment to show our compassion and love to help them, or their friends and family, to reach out to organizations like the Forward Trust for support. Kate, who launched the first Addiction Awareness Week in 2021 on behalf of the Trust, added, "Recovery is hard, but with the right treatment it is possible. We can reframe this issue with kindness and understanding, and we can help individuals and families coping with addiction know they are not alone. So please join the conversation. By talking about it in the open, together we can bring addiction and the harm it causes out of the shadows. We can reframe this issue with kindness and understanding, and we can help individuals and families coping with addiction know they are not alone." Former England and Arsenal football captain Tony Adams, our covered alcoholic, is chairman of trustees at the Forward Trust. He highlights the conversation with his mother-in-law which kick-started his recovery. In a video message, he urges, "If you are struggling with an addiction or a mental health issue, then please reach out and get help. The greatest thing I ever did was to say, I can't do this." In a moving interview with The Mirror last month, viewed by hundreds of thousands on social media, fellow England legend Paul Gascoigne admitted that he had been unable to beat his addiction. The Princess of Wales has called for the stigma faced by those with addictions to end and society to show compassion and love to those dependent on drugs, alcohol or gambling. The Ipsos poll carried out in October found 53% of 2,124 people questioned had personal experience of addiction or know someone who did. Of those who said they had direct experience of addiction, 53% reported they would be uncomfortable speaking about their situation with their employer. A total of 35% would struggle to discuss it with a close family member, 30% with a friend, 28% with their GP and 27% with their partner. While 31% of those questioned agreed with the statement that those who experience addiction have only themselves to blame, 1 in 4, 41%, disagreed. The poll found 81% of those surveyed agreed that those addicted or dependent on alcohol, drugs, medication or gambling should be treated as individuals who are struggling and need help. Follow at Taking Action 1 Addiction on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok.